Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something that could put some serious cash back in your pocket. Up to $850 a month in stimulus payments, to be exact. Yep, you heard that right. $850 every single month. And it's all part of a financial relief program rolling out across the U.S. to help folks like you and me deal with everything from skyrocketing grocery bills to rent that just won't quit climbing. I'm Anthony Lane, and as of March 9th, 2025, I've been digging into this topic to bring you the full scoop. Eligibility, payment dates, how to apply, and even how to dodge the scammers who are already circling like sharks. Whether you're a senior, a low-income family, or just someone trying to make ends meet, this could be a game changer. So stick with me because we're going deep. We'll cover who qualifies, what you need to do to claim it, when that money might hit your account, and how to use it smartly once you've got it. Oh, and if you love getting the lowdown on stuff like this that can actually make a difference in your life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the end. I'd love to keep you in the loop. All right, let's jump into this $850 a month stimulus madness. So, what's this $850 monthly stimulus payment all about? Well, it's not just one big federal program. It's a mix of initiatives popping up at both state and federal levels to give people a financial lifeline. With inflation making everything from gas to eggs feel like a luxury, and economic uncertainty keeping us all on edge. This is designed to help eligible individuals and families breathe a little easier. We're talking up to $850 a month, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on where you live and what you qualify for, that you can use for whatever's weighing on your budget. Rent eating up your paycheck? Utilities piling up? Need to stock the fridge or cover a prescription? This money's got you covered. It's aimed at low to moderate income folks, seniors, families, and people already tapped into government assistance programs like Social Security or SNAP. Think of it like a booster shot for your bank account. Nothing fancy, just real relief when you need it most. But here's the thing. To get it, you've got to know if you're eligible, how to apply, and when it's coming, because this isn't automatic for everyone. Let's break it all down step by step. First up, who's getting this $850 a month? Eligibility is the name of the game, and it's pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. At its core, this is for people who aren't rolling in dough, individuals earning less than $40,000 a year, or households pulling in under $80,000 if you're filing jointly. That's the income threshold, and it's there to make sure the help goes where it's needed most. You've also got to be a resident of the state or region offering the program. Sorry, no moving to Florida for the winter and claiming California's cash unless you're a full-time resident there. They'll want proof too, like a utility bill, a lease agreement, or your driver's license showing your address. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you're already on certain programs, you might get a fast pass. Social Security recipients, like SSI or SSDI folks, often qualify. Same with people on Medicaid or SNAP, those food stamps that help keep the pantry stocked. Age can play a role, too. Some states say you need to be 18 or older, while others zero in on seniors over 65. And if you're unemployed, underemployed, or getting some kind of government aid, you're likely in the mix. But it's not one size fits all. States tweak the rules to fit their budgets and priorities. Let me give you some examples to paint the picture. In Maine, they've got this $850 relief check thing going for full-time residents who filed their taxes. Boom, one-time payment. But it shows how states are stepping up. California's got their Golden State Stimulus vibe, dishing out cash to low-income folks, sometimes monthly, sometimes in chunks. New York's doing stuff like rent relief and food assistance that ties into these stimulus efforts. So, if you're a single mom in Sacramento making $35,000 a year, you might snag that $850 a month from California's program. Or maybe you're a retiree in Portland, Maine, living off Social Security and a small pension. File those taxes, and that $850 check could be yours. Point is, where you live matters, and you'll want to check your state's specifics. Imagine you're in Texas, though. Some states aren't as generous yet, so you might be waiting on a federal push instead. It's a patchwork, but that's America for you. Okay, so you think you qualify? How do you actually get this money? Applying's not rocket science, but you've got to do it right. Step 1. Gather your paperwork. You'll need a government-issued ID, driver's license, passport, something official. Proof of income's next. Grab your pay stubs, last year's tax return, whatever shows what you're making. And don't forget your Social Security number. They'll need that to verify you. Step 2. Hit the official website. The IRS.gov site's a good starting point for federal stuff, but your state's Department of Revenue or Human Services page is where the action's at for local programs. For example, California's got its own portal, Maine's got theirs. Google your state plus stimulus payment and look for a .gov link. Step 3. Fill out the form. It's usually online, asking for your name, address, income details, and maybe some household info. Upload those docs you gathered, double-check everything, and hit submit. If online's not your thing, most places offer paper forms you can mail in. Just expect it to take longer. Step 4. Track it. Once you apply, there's usually a tool on the site to check your status. Approved, pending, whatever. It's like tracking a package, but instead of a new pair of shoes, it's $850. Now, when does this cash actually show up? That's the million-dollar question. Or, well, the $850 question. Timing depends on your state and how you're getting paid. If you've got direct deposit set up, like your bank account's already linked from tax refunds or Social Security, you could see the money in 2 to 4 weeks after approval. Paper checks? Brace yourself for 6 to 8 weeks. Snail mail's no joke. Some states are even doing prepaid debit cards, reloadable ones you can use anywhere, which might land in your mailbox around the same time as checks. Pro tip: make sure your banking info's current. I heard about this guy who moved banks but didn't update his details. His stimulus got sent to an old account he couldn't access. Nightmare. Payments might come monthly, quarterly, or even as a one-time thing, depending on the program. Say you're in a monthly state. You could be looking at $850 hitting your account like clockwork, maybe on the 1st or 15th. Quarterly? That's $2,550 every 3 months. Check your state's schedule to nail it down. But hold up. Before you start counting that cash, we've got to talk scams, because where there's money, there's crooks. Stimulus scams are everywhere right now, and they're slick. You might get a call from the government saying, "Hey, we need your bank info to process your $850. Nope, hang up. Or an email promising to expedite your payment for a $50 fee. Delete it. Fake websites are popping up too, looking all official, but ready to steal your Social Security number the second you log in. Real story. My cousin got a text saying, "Claim your stimulus now at stimulusrelief2025.com. Looked legit until he noticed the URL wasn't .gov. Total phishing scam. The rule is simple. Never give out personal info over the phone or to random messages. Stick to irs.gov or your state's official site. If something smells fishy, report it to the Federal Trade Commission at ftc.gov. They'll take it from there. Scammers hate when you're onto them, so stay sharp. Once you've got that $850 in hand, how do you make it work for you? Let's get practical. First, cover the essentials: rent, utilities, groceries, meds. If you're behind on bills, this could be your reset button. Say your rent's $1,200 and you've been scraping by. This knocks off a huge chunk. Next, stash some away. Even $100 a month into an emergency fund adds up. $1,200 in a year for when the car breaks down or the fridge dies. Got debt? Use it to chip away at high-interest stuff like credit cards. Imagine paying off a $2,000 balance faster with that extra cash. Or think long-term. $850 could fund an online course, coding, graphic design, something to boost your skills and maybe your income down the road. I knew a lady who used her stimulus to take a bookkeeping class. 6 months later, she's freelancing and making more than the payment itself. Smart, right? So, there you have it. The full rundown on claiming up to $850 a month in stimulus payments. It's real money for real people, but you've got to know the ropes. Check your eligibility. Under $40,000 single, $80,000 joint. Gather your docs. Apply through official channels. Watch for payment dates. Dodge the scams, and use it wisely. Whether it's keeping the lights on or building a better future, this could be your lifeline. All right, folks, that's the deep dive. Hope it cleared things up. If you loved this breakdown or want more money-saving tips, please hit that subscribe button right now. It's free, and it keeps us rolling with content like this. Drop a comment. Tell me if you're applying or how you'd use $850 a month. Thanks for hanging out through this epic guide. Catch you in the next one.